Look at that though. That's some thick stock right there. That's what's up. What's going on, guys? This week on the channel, we are doing a broth. I have made bone broths, straight bone broths, and straight vegetable broths in the past, but just for sake of time, I am doing everything in one. What I have here is I have some chicken bones that have been saved, as well as some pork bones and sheep bones. There's a ton of stuff here. As you can see, I got 4 big bags of just trim from when I was doing the garden this year, so that's great. That will be a great little additive to the broth, just to help give it a little bit extra nutrients. I will also be adding some bulbs of garlic, just because you can never have enough garlic in anything. And I also have some fresh parsley here that I'm going to throw in it as well. So as you can see, we do have a lot of stuff in the sink and off to the side. So I'm going to be using a 30-quart turkey fryer and a 20-quart stock pot to get this job done. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to sit in regards to this, but I'm going to get stacking it into the pots and kind of see where it goes from there. Stay tuned. All right, let's get rolling here. So we got a thing of chicken, 1 pot, Caravaggio, hoo doggy, another chicken. How many chickens do we got? We got for sure 4. I just want to kind of make sure I separate it accordingly into each broth so that we're getting double and we're getting an equal amount of goodness in each pot. As you can see, we got a full freaking stock pot here and another full one here. So I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm hoping, just because a lot of this is still frozen, it's going to melt and fill these gaps a lot better. But we're just going to get rocking. We're going to fill these up with water to the top. We're just going to have to be patient and see how she goes. That's about that. We got 2 on the go here. Looking forward to the finished product. See you in 24 hours. Morning, guys. So the broth was cooking all night. Could smell it all night. We're at about 11 hours here now. And I didn't film this part, but what I did, I actually just topped it up with water. It was I don't know, a couple inches lower than that, so that's why it's not bubbling. But I gotta get off to work here, so yeah, I like to top it up about 12 hours through, just because obviously some of it does evaporate, and I just like to get the most out of the bones and vegetables that are in there. I topped this one up as well, so it's looking good. It had a good rolling simmer going on when I got up this morning, which was perfect. So we'll see you in 13 to 14 hours when I get home from work, and we'll finish her up. Okay, so here we are about 26 hours later, my goodness, with our finished product. This is boiled now for about 25 hours. I turned it off 45 minutes ago or so, just to let it cool a little bit before we put it into pot. As you can see, there's a shitload of broth here, so it's going to be a bit of a process to get things emptied. My plan is to empty this one first. I have a few extra pots and a bowl right there around to be able to put the broth to be done like that. I know, it's all the bones and stuff are down in there. Can you grab a wooden spoon? Just even like sweep stuff away so this liquid can get through. First.
Just for context, it's 9 p.m. I worked 12 hours today, and so did Derrick. We also worked 12 hours yesterday.
No time to make broth like the present. We're gonna have 30 to 40 quarts of broth. You see why people don't do it, you know? Just get it from the start.
Why don't they do it? Because it's hard or because it's gross?
Probably both.
Where did all these scraps come from? We didn't buy all this at a store, did we?
All these scraps are from our animals that we raised here on this farm, or the vegetables that we grew here on this farm.
This is just what a year and, you know, our base amount of knowledge can do.
Yeah.
And it's just so it's not pretty.
No, definitely not. Kind of funky, the smell. Okay, so we have siphoned everything. I'm going to do a final siphon of this all tomorrow as I jar it. But I did, like usually I use a smaller colander, but this, as you can see, these things are huge. So I needed something a little more beefy to get the bulk of the garbage out of here. And this is a full 5-gallon pail of scraps that are gonna go to the chickens. And yeah, I'm basically gonna put as much of it into here as I can and try to use one of the smaller pots so that I can just get it out to the truck or fridge. I'm undecided at this point if I'm gonna put it in just in the back seat of my truck because it's cool out right now. It's plus 8 degrees Celsius and it's probably gonna get colder into the night. So yeah, we're gonna put it all in this big sucker, let the fat separate overnight. Then we'll skim fat tomorrow, reheat it, and get it processed in the pressure canner. Man, you know, I might be able to get all this in there. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. Oh, perfectly executed. That was hard. God, that hurt my fingers. Ooh. Should have waited for Bronson. Oh, look at that. Holy frig. Whoa! Look at that. I should maybe take one of those out, but look at that. That's 30 quarts of broth goodness. Okay, so it is now the next day and the fat has separated very nicely from the broth. Little wiggle here. Look at that. 30 quarts of greatness. So I ended up sticking it outside for a little bit just to let it cool down till about midnight, and then I moved it over to the fridge and it sat there. It's 5:30 now just because I had to work this morning. I'm gonna get after this. I'm gonna skim the fat off of the top and heat it back up and get it ready for going into the pressure canner. As I have done this, I had gotten all my jars ready. Okay, so the broth is getting very close here. It's just about to start bubbling. And so we're basically going to start jarring this here right away. I ended up I chuck my glass in the oven just for a little bit. Keep it on a super low heat if you're gonna do that. And if it's gonna be in there for any amount of time, I would suggest putting water in that as well, because tips from Auntie Lynn, you don't want jars breaking in the oven. And I've had that happen before. And I did add a little salt to this as well, just because I thought it was just a touch bland. Look at that though. That's some thick stock right there. That's what's up. We are ready. The sauce is starting to bubble. Lids are bubbling. Jars are warm. 150 degrees. You want to fill this sucker up with boiling water is number one. I am going to fill this sucker. Counter number 2 is full. Oh yeah, let's fill these suckers up. We're just filling the 14th jar here now. Had to sub Bronson in, it was just too much for myself. She almost passed out from heat exhaustion. It's intense here in the kitchen. One more.
And then dinner?
Dinner.
Okay, I gotta finish dinner.
Last one. Bronson's just putting the lid on it.
Okay.
Here is one more.
You will?
No, I said I just want to get this rolling so I'm not up till midnight again tending broth. It doesn't have to be like this. I just choose to do this stuff on days where I also work anywhere from a 6 to 10 hour day. So that's why I do it at these hours. Plus we have so many animals to feed, like you have to really want to do this. Sweet, we're rolling. So running into some fucking speed bumps. I just finally finished the first batch of being pressured up and canned. Now it's just sitting and cooling. But this fucking thing does not want to pressure up. It's just pissing air. And I've done everything that it says in the book to do, and it's not pressuring up for me. It's gonna be a long fucking night, unfortunately, with work tomorrow. But what do? You fucking get her done, son. Oh, so much to do all the time. It's okay. I ain't fucking slowing down. I'll let you know when I get some shit sorted out here. Almost there. I got these out. 14 down, another 13 to go. Getting tired. This one's almost done. I'm gonna let it pressure down overnight. And I'm gonna call it a night. Try to can the other bit in the morning before I leave. Morning at 6:30 in the morning, just rotating out another batch here. One more to go. So the last one is just finishing. Just gonna turn the burner off. All the broth is finished. I want to get these off the counter here soon because it's been about a week, honestly. I've been so friggin' busy. And I also wanted to do one more batch. I did one more batch of 15 jars. So it worked out very well. We got like 43 jars of broth out of doing this. Hopefully Bronson does a number crunch and does a little tie-in somewhere here because Bronson's at work, so I'm going to finish this up quick. With the 43 jars, the numbers that we crunched in the grocery store for organic broth, you're looking at about 20 bucks for a quart worth. That's kind of the number we came up with. Either way, it's around $800 we've saved ourselves, and it's a far superior product because of all the stuff we put in it. So very good, definitely worth doing. I'll let you get back to it.